So we're going to continue our series on financing, and today we're going to get down to the absolute basics. Some people out there might find this redundant or boring, but for a lot of newer home shoppers, first-time buyers, or even a lot of people sophisticated, and sometimes people with some really strong finances that I've worked with, don't think quickly and easily about what financing is going to be like on the homes they're considering purchasing. And we're going to keep it so simple that I can do it while I'm running. Now, as an aside, I've adopted a new running technique called Nico, which is really Japanese for smile and involves running very, very slowly. So that's going to happen. So most mortgage payments are made up of a few parts, but the biggest part, the most significant part, is the principal and interest that you pay to the bank. And one thing I like to do is just go and use a simple mortgage calculator. Don't go to a site with a lot of complicated different things to put in. All we want to see is what the principal and interest payments will be on a 30-year mortgage at whatever the current rate is that you're going to get for your financing. So for instance, right now, the national average today, the 7th of May, is 7%. Put in $100,000 and see what 7% costs per month. And if you do that, you see that right now, a loan with a 30-year amortization schedule at 7% will cost you $665 a month. And with that in hand, you can think quickly about what your monthly cost is going to be on your loan, at least that portion. Looking at a $500,000 loan, just multiply 665 times 5. You want to decide, should we spend an extra $50,000 on what we'd originally budgeted? Well, that's going to be half of the 665. $25,000 is going to be a quarter of the 665. So you can really think about a different price points, what you're spending quickly. And there are a lot of exceptions to what I'm going to say next. But for the most part, most people, your lender's going to require you to also pay your taxes and your insurances as part of your mortgage payment. But those numbers are going to be very consistent. The taxes are going to be about the same. So you'll look at each property, they'll usually be around the same if you're looking in the same town at the same price point. And your insurances are going to be very, very consistent as well, too. So you simply find out what those monthly numbers are, and you plug those in. When you know what you could spend per month, going back to the original joke that started this series, it's going to really help you figure out at what price should the houses you're looking for be. One quick other point, and this is a little bit more advanced, but if you move that percentage, so that was all calculated on a 7% loan, if you move that percentage up or down a point, it usually works out on $100,000 to around $60-something a month. So every time the mortgage rate goes up or down a point, it's going to cost on every $100,000 you borrow, $60 more or less per month.